Hello everybody. Give me someone in a chat somewhere, give me a thumbs up to let me know that the sound is working. Because I'm not looking at OBS right now, so I'm not certain. I haven't got my sound turned on my devices. Come on. Somebody somewhere. Just give me a thumbs up. I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay, so I'm not going to start yet because it's not quite 8 o'clock, and you know I like to wait for a minute for some people, any other people to rock up, but yep. It's the plan today. If anyone hasn't seen yet on YouTube, on New Year's Eve I posted up a video, another devlog, with the ominous opening of me having lost all of the progress on the game, which is, you know, something. Not the end of the world. If you've watched the video, you'll know what the case is. If you haven't, you'll know that, well, I'll tell you now, the scripts are still intact, so everything can be rebuilt. The hard part is, you know, safe to use. It's just the tricky bit, or the sad reality of having to recreate all of the visual elements. So, because of that, I decided today would be a good time to take the time and, you know, do some art. So it just so happens that Mr. Morris, who is the creator of a game called Haiku, really awesome Metroidvania, definitely recommend it for anyone who's played Hollow Knight or is a fan of Hollow Knight. Go check out the demo, go support him on Instagram and Twitch. I'll put links in the description to this on YouTube, and you can go check him out. But he's just put out a draw this in your style for this little image that we have on screen here. If I zoom in a little bit, no, not out, let's zoom in. Ooh, so the attempt for today is to try and use Illustrator to create something along the style of how I envisage the game being. Following, like as it says in the description, following along sort of with the art style of the prototype, but trying to make it look a little bit better, have some extra stuff. Hello extra people who are showing up. How's everyone doing? How was everybody's holidays? Do we have good Christmases and New Year's despite the pandemic? Right, so the plan is with this image, because I'm not an artist. Anyone who watches the devlog should be able to tell pretty easily that I'm not an artist. It's gonna be an experience, a learning experience. We're gonna learn together. We're gonna try and make some art. We're gonna try and make a version of this beautiful pixel art image we've got on the screen, and we're probably gonna start off by blocking things out and getting a rough shape of things in Illustrator, and then we'll move over to Photoshop if we have time to do some touch up. My Christmas and New Year's were good, thank you, friend. You know, chilled in, played plenty of family games. It's all fun times. Just gonna lean in here and turn down the music for me a little bit, because it's a bit loud. But yeah, New Year's was good. New Year's was good. Oh, before we start as well, I'm thinking live stream wise, I'm going to stop streaming on YouTube. That doesn't mean live streams won't be viewable on YouTube. If you're not someone who uses Twitch and you don't want to like fluff about going over to Twitch specifically to watch things or following on there, but just because of the Wi-Fi and, you know, all the issues that we have with the Wi-Fi doing these live streams where it cuts out. We got lucky last time and it didn't, but I'm not hedging my bets. So what I'll do is record the live streams as they're happening on Twitch, and then upload them separately on the following day, so Wednesday, onto YouTube, so that anyone who doesn't watch on Twitch, or who misses it on Twitch, or anyone who can't come because it's too late for the time being, you can go and watch it on YouTube at a later point, skip through, get the highlights, whatever. But the general location for live streams now will be exclusively Twitch, just because it means I can maintain the same live stream session. If the internet goes down on YouTube and the live stream stops, I can't restart it, and I end up with like a really weird ending point for the stream. So this will be the last YouTube stream, unless it makes people really angry. So let's get started, shall we? I'm trying to think of the best place to start. So in Illustrator at the moment, I've got this reference image, which I'm going to lock because I don't want to be messing around on that layer. And then underneath that, I've got a background which is the same green color as we've got in the background of the original image by Mr. Morris himself. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is go about tracing some of these kind of background planty shapes, and seeing if we can't get kind of gist for the way we're going with this. Like I say, it's going to be an adventure, so let's just let's just get right into it. I'm questioning if I want to do this kind of Thomas Brush style. For anyone watching who doesn't know who Thomas Brush is, he's the maker of a game called Pinstripe and another game called Once Upon a Coma. Let's just flick over here real quick and pull up some, I say Once Upon a Coma, he changed the name to Neversong, but I was watching when it was still called Coma, or Once Upon a Coma, but he's got this very kind of ethereal, light, bubbly sort of visual style to his games, which is cool, and I really like the aesthetic of these kinds of things. I'm tempted to do a similar thing with the background elements at least, and then foreground wise I want to go, let's do this in a new tab, Alto's Adventure Odyssey. There we go. A game I haven't played, but one I'd love to play, and I really love how it looks because it's just this beautiful silhouette foreground with these lovely different gradients and these really simplistic color palettes, but it's just a really gorgeous looking game. And when I'm looking at it, I can't tell if it's 2D or 3D because of the way that the animations go and whatnot, but I'm thinking I want to touch somewhere between, like a middle ground between these 2 points. So I'll tell you what, actually, first of all, let's get an idea for the position of Haiku here, who will be, of course, a circle of about yay size. And we are literally going to do this like a kind of trace out to get everything in the right place. You stop being, I don't want to duplicate it, there we go. Holding command to do that, and of course he's going to have his funny little eyes that we have as a signature for the art style that we go with here. So let's line those guys up, and then we're going to scale this one down. Let's do it like that. Move it over a bit. I'm thinking it probably would have been a better idea to use maybe a square. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use a square for this one. Oh yeah, Firewatch. That's a good shout. Firewatch is gorgeous. Similar principle in its colours. Go like that. Drag these in to round it out a little bit. Get that moved over like so, and then we'll use this this here dark. Let's use this one for the eyes, which of course are going to be circles, but... Hello? Where'd you go? Oh, it's drawn on the background. I don't want to do that. I want to be on layer 3. And let's try this again. No, stop it. There we go. No, stop it. Keep selecting things. I don't want to select things. Don't select the thing, just pick a colour. There we go. Oh, I don't want to pick that colour, I want to pick that one. And circle tool. Eye number 1. Let's get that roughly the same size, shall we? Do it like that big, and then whoops, get those lined up as well. And what I'm gonna do, because I'm a real funny man, is take this, we're gonna scale it up a little bit. Like so. Do the same thing. Scale it down a little bit less, like so. Select both, and then if I've done this right, yes, we get a little circle, like so. Add anime eyes. Oh, you guys do make me laugh. I'm not going to add anime eyes, but I am going to do that. Do the same thing again, select this, and is it that one? Yes. Scale this down a bit so it's the same width more or less as the eyes, then move it below. Kind of Pikuniku style, because I love that game. And then we'll take all of this and we will group it. If I can find the group button, there it is. Move that over onto our good friend Haiku's face here, because he's falling, so he's going to be a surprised little man. And we'll add like shading and stuff in Photoshop if we get around to that, but for the time being he can just be this little ball. And I'll tell you what, let's not do that. Whoop, let's select our eyes and these, and we're going to group all of those as well, so that it's one little object, and we'll call this layer Haiku, because that is the name of the robot. Cool. So now we've got this ridiculous looking little head, which needs some legs. It might be a little bit big as well actually. Let's shrink him down a tad. Make sure to hold shift on that so that he fits in. He looks like he's also a little bit longer on this axis as well. I don't want to scale the eyes though. Whoop. Let's not do that, shall we? There we go. We'll leave him round for now. Or maybe... yeah, there's an idea. Let's... whoops. No, don't do that. Just select that one. Let's use that, that same square. Oop. I am using the right colour. Let's use that same square type and move for the body as well, so it's a little bit wider. We'll move that to back. I'm still on the right layer. This man he's a sleepy man. Hello, someone who? Question mark. I'm doing group. No, not group. I want to send it to back. Honestly, I'm not paying attention. This is what happens when I don't get enough sleep. Arrange, center back. There we go. Oh my god. Now his face is really wacky. Let's scale this one up a bit. And we'll take the whole thing. I want to make sure his eyes don't sit outside the screen at all, because that's what it's supposed to be. Is it's this screen with his face on it. For backstory and premise, Haiku is a robot who speaks purely in haikus, and he he's trying to save a world from, oh god, what's the backstory? Come on, Cuba, use your brain. It's a world left to ruin by humanity. Let's make that line thicker, shall we? See, how do I feel about that? I'm not sure I feel good about it. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll come back to it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It might be worth adding adding the shadow in here, or at least the strip anyway. I feel like all of this now needs to be bigger, because proportionally it just feels a bit too small compared to the actual guy. I don't want to lose my proportions too much, but he should definitely be looking down because he's falling. Yeah. Tell you what, let's control copy paste that, stick it in the center, and then we're going to get rid of the fill so that we can create extra shapes under here. Using this darker purple and our pen tool. And we're going to do something like this. Come down along the path a bit. Oop. I want to... No, stop it. Follow the same kind of curve, which right now I'm making a right meal of. Oh my god, look at that. We're gonna have to do something about... What the frig? I know why. He says... No, let's keep you straight as you were, as you were, as you were. And we'll do that. Okay, there we go, that works. Oh, now to try and figure out how to fix this line. First of all though, let's take this here and bring it to front. Arrange, bring to front. Why are you doing that, eh? I want to make sure I'm selecting this one. There we go. I might, oopsie daisy, I might just have to recreate this line actually, to be fair. Cause it's not great. I'll tell you what, actually, best option's probably going to be if I create this curve. Like so. Duplicate it, move it across to about there, because then it's still in the black. And then we will grab our pen tool again. Click here, click there. There we go. And I'm going to duplicate that as well, actually. Nope. wait. To link up these bottom ones as well. There we go. Now we control CV. No, it's still being a bum. Can I copy you, please? There we go. And I'm gonna have to think about a way to make this work without flapping too much, because we all know I can't use Illustrator to save my life. Tell you what, the best way maybe would be to not do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Do that on either side. And then hit the old joiny join on these. Never mind. We'll just group it, because I'm feeling lazy. Sponsored by Adidas. Oh, found out Adidas was German. I didn't know Adidas was German. I think it was German. Literally never knew that, and then it was on like a quiz show the other day. I was like, what? Because I'm an uneducated fool. Right, there we go. We've got our little haiku head. We do love to see it. And we'll worry about the shading and the thing. I kind of like his little 3D, his little outline. It makes him look cartoony. Let's move on to this bloke, because I want to work at speed. So I'm thinking about shapes here that he's made up of. Oops, not P, I. There we go. So we've got a large rectangle here for his head, the bottom half of his head. Then another rectangle at the top for the top half of his head, and a circle over here for kind of the side of his head. And I need to be making these on a new layer. New layer, paste. There we go. Now we've got this head. And I'm thinking about creating the outline for this. I'm not sure what the best way to do that would be. And I don't want to curve all of the edges on this guy either. Can I remember how to do it? Yes, I can. We use the anchor point tool? No, it's this one. And we select our individual corners that we want to curve. And we actually want his front half to be well curvy. He's a little curvy boy. There we go. This one, I am just going to do that one a little bit. Keep that one straight, but I am going to curve this corner quite a bit. We'll do it to there. Okay, that's cool. Tell you what, let's scale up this circle a little bit so that... Actually, no, I don't want to scale it up. I want to... I will slightly. Just a little bit. And then I want to grab me the pen tool. Do a line from here to here. So we got that head shape. Very nice. And 4. Let's just turn that all into 1, I think. So now we've got our basic head shape. Cool stuff. Whoops. Keep pressing P instead of I. Whoops, no! Don't do that! Honestly, I keep forgetting to deselect things before I do my colour picking. Because in Illustrator, when you pick a colour, it's like, I'm gonna colour the whole thing. So now I want to get this outline, but I only want it in certain places. Which means fun pencil shapes. That aren't going to be the same. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a similar thing like I did with Haiku. This one I can do a... Wait a minute! Phew, his face is still there, thank goodness. It's just all the same colour. Oh, you bugger. Alright, let's fix that real quick, shall we? So... there's going to be 2 of these. Let's go in here. Leave that one as the background. Actually, no, let's make him the stroke. With no fill. It's going to be that colour. These are going to be that colour. Nope, not that colour. That colour. Oh, I was using darker colours. No! Back out. Back out, I say. Should probably be using that same colour for the outline as well. Let's copy that. And stick it on the outline of our little Haiku. Come on. There we go. Can never remember how to do this. There, paste. Okay. You know what, I'm going to make it a little bit darker because I'm not quite... Let's not do that. No, what did I do? Illustrator. I want to change the saturation, drop that down, and the brightness, drop that down as well. Copy that. I'll do the same with the eyes. There we go, that's better. Now we just need to fix those stripes. Those dark stripes in this dark purple. This dark purple. This dark purple. I can fish about a little bit. Okay, I think we saved it. Right, let's lock this layer now so I can't change anything. And we'll go back up to layer 4, which we're going to call the guide man, because I don't actually know what this character is called. I don't know if it's actually been... I mean, it must have been. If he had a name, it would have been in the demo. Stop. Stop. Zoom in. There we go. So, we're taking the top one of these. Now we're back on track, and we're going to make it the same as this outline shape. So it should have the same stroke, but kind of looks smaller. So I'm going to make it bigger. Oh, wait, I know why. It's probably because I've done the one at the back. So we're going to arrange, move to front. There we go, that's better. And what we need to do is using the same style as this path, if it will let me select it, go on. There we go. I want to take my pen tool and I want to just come here and stick an extra point here. Make that kind of round like that. Cool. And also the same thing along here. Not like that though. Just straight along to about here. I think that more or less lines up. Oh, this is annoying. What's happening here? Oh god. Affecting the wrong shape. No! There we go. There we go. Tell you what, let's lock the background as well. Let's lock everything except what we're working on. This is going to be a fun, interesting little thing. So there we go. We've got the start of our head. I'll tell you what I might do actually. If I just grab this path, go on that path, and here, and I'm going to curve that just a little bit on the outside, so it looks smooth. I'll do the same on this one as well. Just make the edges a little bit smooth. And I think, can I do the same on that? I can't. But what I can do, let's make a circle. Do the same thing here. Like that. There we go. Right. Screw those again. So the next step is to create this guy's face. I'll tell you what, should we give him a mustache? Just cuz. Hello, Flo. A nice thick dog head. Brilliant. I mean, more or less it does, to be fair. Let's grab our ellipsis tool. Make sure we haven't got anything selected, actually, because I don't want to make the same mistake that I keep making. Be consistent with it as well. Let's select the color from down here. Whoa. Which, in fairness, I recognize is not quite the right color. Hello to anyone who's just rocking up as well. Thank you for coming along. I'm gonna have to bring one of these edges in as well. But first, let's create our screen. Like there. Give those a bit of rounding as well. I'm going to make it a bit taller. You know, despite being terrible at using Illustrator, this is still quite enjoyable. I'll select this one. Let's flatten that out. There we go. A little bit more. Just fix that by getting rid of the curve. Nice! What do we think to the mustache? Shall I give this guy a mustache? Just because it would be fun? I think what I need to do really is extend this path out a bit further. Make the screen a bit wider. Yeah, that's better. Yes to the mustache. Well, I gotta think of an appropriate way to give him a mustache now. We'll figure it out as we're going. Let's finish up these eyes first. So we're gonna use same color here for the eyes. This guy, we're gonna give him circular eyes as well because that is the style. It might be the case that I give him rounded squares instead, actually, depending on, you know, how things look. Make his eyes about this big. Make sure they're nice and in the middle. Oops. So I should be a bit closer than that. Have him looking across and down a bit, so he's looking at where Haiku's going. It's got these little circles now. Oh dear. Let's just move those out of the way for a minute. I'm going to group them as well so that they stay together. Group, 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 group. There it is. Let's do it with rounded squares. I think rounded squares are probably going to make more sense. You'll have to let me know in chat what the vibe is. But, you know, based on the design, rounded edge squares are going to look a lot more how it's supposed to. I believe. Yeah, it looks much better. But of course we can't let him go without a mustache. That's just the law. Tell you what, let's make these slightly lighter as well, so that it doesn't blend in. So we're gonna up the balance just slightly. I'm also gonna shift the hue so it's more purple. And drop the saturation a tad too, so that it's got that purple, but it's not very colourful. And of course we need to send this back a layer. In fact, I think we'll probably have to do that for both of these. Nope. I stand corrected. Stop. That one. Right click. Where's the send backwards? Arrange, send backward. Well, maybe let's just bring this path forward. Oh, is it because I've grouped them? That's probably why. Let's ungroup. Hey? What's going on here? should have the pink and the black outline there. Yeah. Let's back out of here. Let's just grab all these curves. Circle, curve, curve. It's that. That's all that. Let's group that. Actually, no. Stop being a dingus. Let's group everything. We'll go in here and we'll send these back a layer. And we'll do the same with this. Twice. Three times? Oh, now it's gone too far. So on this one, I need you to be at the back. Centre back. It's not going to do it because I'm in a whole bunch of subgroups. So, can I ungroup everything? Ungroup. Okay. I got that. I got that. Okay, there we go. So I want to make sure all of my paths and circles are grouped. Let's group that. We're going to select the pink one, pink, purple, center back. And that was still happening inside a group. So let's back out of here, select this, ungroup that. There we go. So now, center back. Yay! We did it, guys. We did it. Finally. Took me a minute, but we got there. Now let's group it all again. Actually, no, let's not group it all. Let's leave it separate. And I guess we're onto the body now. So I'm going to put his head back in place so that I can get a good idea for the body. Which I'm going to do as a separate entity, I think. Yeah. We'll rename this to the Guide Man head. I'm going to make a new layer underneath that called the Guide Man body. So that I don't mess up the head and everything looks like it's in the right position. So for this one we're going to do the same kind of thing. We will use the color picker, to grab that path, square tool. We're just going to build a square here for the main bulk of his body, which we will, wrong one, this one. Take this corner and curve it in like that. This is going to be the top of our layer, so we want to make sure this ends up getting stuck on the front. And then we'll use the polygon tool to create some triangles, which we are going to round the bases of. And these tips ever so slightly, but barely, just to the point where it's like not a point, and these are going to be the feet. So we will rotate by 180. Ooh, that's cool. Stick those in place, like so. It's really funny to look like that. Look at like that. It's quite weird. Let's give this one a little bit of curve as well, and we'll do this. We'll do the same with this one here. Actually, we'll give it just a little bit, like we did with the head, so that it's not too flat. We'll deal with hands in a minute. I think after I've done the bodies, we'll switch away and work on doing the background instead. This scarf is going to be the interesting one. First of all, I'm going to select all of these, Control-C, Control-V. Oops, why has that happened? Probably because I'm selecting the lines. We want to select the shapes. There we go. We are going to change this to be filled like so, and we are going to merge them into one shape. Oh, you know what, that's okay. And we'll stick that there. Centre back. There we go. So I am thinking it makes sense to do the backpack here. Which I think I can do that. I mean, we'll do it much the same. We'll do it as a rectangle where we will curve all of the ones on this one, and then this top half is going to be in this this nice orange color here. But instead of doing that, we're just going to create another square in line with and the same size as the base, and we will round these top corners. So that it fits nicely inside. Try and get that nice and lined up. We'll shrink that down a bit as well. And now I need to sort the colour for this. So because I've done it in a weird roundabout way, we're just going to copy. Whoop, okay. Copy that, go in here and paste it in to the value for the fill. Just with both of these layers. We'll move everything across a bit. He's looking pretty fly. He's looking pretty chill. That backpack needs to be moved to the back, but we also need to set our color there. So let's color grab our orange, steal the old hexadecimal there, go onto this boy and set the fill color. Cool. Tell you what, let's round those bottom corners as well, because rounded corners are always nice. And it shouldn't look too strange. As long as we don't go too extreme. Maybe if we do it to there generally, and then we'll do this one on its own, we'll just make it a little bit extra. Yeah, that looks cool. And we'll do the whole thing, and again, we will send it to the back. let's group those as well. Move it a bit more. Cool. So now we need to trace this this here scarf. That's what they're called. Oh god, I need to make sure my battery on my phone doesn't die. So I'm thinking what I'll do is we'll do the scarf on another layer again, actually. Guideman scarf. That's not how you spell scarf. There we go. I want to make these all the same colour. Can I do that? Oh, I can. I can't be bothered right now though. Right, just make sure we got nothing selected. Grab that green and grab the pen tool and let's start tracing. Tell you what, the lo-fi beats to relax and study to is just a great playlist. Can't even deny it's a banger. Now we're going to do this in 2 halves because this scarf is actually just this. Put a curve like that. Something like that and bring that background to connect. So that's part 1. Doesn't help that the background's the same color. Yeah, cool. And then again, if we deselect, grab our other green color, pull out the pen tool once more and start tracing this other bit. It's going to be in shadow. And I'm going to go a bit of a curve. From here-ish. Maybe not that much of a curve. Whoops. I'll do it. Oop. Forget I can scroll. It's hard to keep track of where things are starting and stopping with this guy. So if we do it in 2 halves, got this main half like that. Close that off. It's going to be that. That little transition doesn't look normal. I think we can fix that though. He says. We might be able to fix it. We'll see. I might just make it the same colour for now because it keeps my life easy. Do you know what? Am I doing this on the guy man's body? Oh, yeah. Bugger. Ho ho. That's fine. Let's just not do that. Stop! What do I do? Time is it? 9 o'clock. So we're about halfway through. This is cool. Just going to do some rearranging to make this take up the space that it should. Gonna have to fix some of these anchors and curves, obviously, but that's easy enough to do, especially with these nice rounded corner features. So you know what, I think that might actually be good enough, at least for the time being. Give this little corner a bit of a curve, because curvy is good. And he's got a little bit around the back as well, but we won't worry about that for now. Let's group this. And we're going to bring it to the front. And we're going to have to do a little bit of rearranging. So first things first, we'll bring that outline to the front. I'm just going to turn off the we're going to on the reference for the time being. I'm going to stick in a bright orange. No, don't do that, you fool. Deselect everything. Bright orange. Let's make a bright orange box behind our man. Not on that layer, on the back reference. Can I not? Oh yeah, the reference is locked. Just make a nice bright orange box so we can see what's what. Okay, so first things first, I need that half to be behind and this half to be in front. So we're going to ungroup it again. And just bring this little bit to the front. Like so, and I'm gonna scale it up a bit. Stop, behave. Scale it up a bit. Try doing a reposition on that so it looks like it's still there. It's good. And we are going to need to bring this anchor up, not like that. The anchor itself. Oh, there's two. Let's make that round. Bring these like this. Try and flatten this out as best as possible as well. Right, now let's fix this without moving the whole thing, preferably. So I need that curve to kind of follow through to make it look natural. Have that join there. Seamless. Oh yeah, that works. And these things are going to need an outline of their own, which we're going to do in a very similar... Let's lock this background again, and we're going to grab this darker purple, we're going to make it kind of greeny. Let's change the hue, move over towards the kind of bluey green, desaturate a bit more, and bring the brightness down. And then we'll give these that as an outline, which I'm realizing now is going to be a problem. Oh, did I actually copy the... No, I didn't. Ha! Brilliant. Yeah. I need to do that, tags-wise. It's, Twitch is still very new to me. Is my excuse. I need to set things up ahead of time. I think once I switch away from using YouTube as well, I can spend a fair bit more time figuring out the tags and getting streams set up properly, because I don't have to worry about flapping with Restream, so I can stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Set that to 11 as well. I might make it a little bit thinner than 11 actually. Let's go with 8, yeah. And you know, now I'm thinking about it, I want to use closer to this black, but switch the base to a green rather than a blue. So we'll do that hue shift. We'll just take it slightly more to the green end of blue. Cool. I think that is our Mr. Man done. Oh, I forgot about these eyes. Let's get rid of those. Unlock our reference again so we can get rid of this background image. And let's move our boys into position. So I want to... Can I group layers, I wonder? Probably, but I don't know how. Lock the references layer again. Grab our guy, move him back. Grab Haiku. Move him more or less into place as well. Let's group all of these again, shall we? So now, if you zoom out, you kind of can't tell the difference. That's cool. Now, if we get rid of our reference, this is where we're at so far. Woo! We've got a couple of people. This is the extent of my art skills. This is probably where we're going to end up. Kind of a similar type of vibe to this, with the final look of the game, which is cool. I think it's, you know, it's pretty simple. It's similar to Picky Nicky, but I'll add some, you know, much like the Alto's Odyssey stuff, I'll add some bloomy aspects. So we have Brain is not doing. So it looks a bit more dynamic, that's what I'm looking for. And the colour palette's going to be a lot more limited. It'll be, you know, foreground, silhouette type thing. Again, similar to Alto's Odyssey. Because I don't want to think about creating an interesting design for the way the player looks, because I want the player to kind of be as an entity, I want the player to be kind of independent from the game. The playing of the game should be, you know, more or less down to the player just feeling how things are and having a reference point to track, rather than having a big thing to follow. So I'm just going to hide all of these layers for... I'm going to make sure they're all locked, and I'm going to hide them all as well, so that I'm not looking at them. And what we're going to do is make some leaves. So first of all, let's grab this colour. Let's kind of make some shapes, shall we? Duplicate it. I do want to curve. Whoopsie daisy. Not like that. I want to curve this. I'm actually going to bring this anchor down a little bit, so it's not quite as curvy. Leaf number 1. I'm going to give these all an outline as well, which is going to be this color, but we're going to darken it ever so slightly. And when I say ever so slightly, I mean like really, really subtle, with a stroke of like that, so you can barely notice it in the mix. In the mix of things. Let's make it a bit bigger. Still like barely a noticeable thing, but just because I want to... or do I? Nah, I don't. Let's get rid of the stroke. Stroke, click, none, nada. Let's make some more. What am I doing? Do some simple little ones like this. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a fun little technique with these leaves, to have them trace around a curve. And we'll duplicate different shapes. Well, actually, I want these to be more or less the same kind of size. Some slightly bigger than others, and I want them to be all facing the same kind of direction as well. And we'll turn this into one object. Which we can use for creating this this bush effect. I'm actually going to do that. Let's paste that again. I'm going to make it really thin. Kind of stick it in there like that, and move this one in too. And then we'll stick the whole thing on a little green ball. Whoops. Like so. Let's maybe spread these out a bit more, so we get a bit more texture. probably do is in the background have another layer that's got some extra colours, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. So let's just group these, and I'm going to turn this one into a single object, but leave the group separate so I can go back in and change it if I want to. And actually, you know, I'm thinking it could do being a bit bigger. If we go something like that. Right, so let's get to tracing this this first bush. So we are going to do it in two, because I'm thinking I'll stick a gap in there, and we'll apply the same principle to the darker bushes as well. So start down here, come up to about here, make sure it's got some nice curvature to it. Keep following this around. Sure I can get these nice curves coming in. Go like that, and we'll come off and join it up. I think what I can actually do though is if instead let's switch that, and we're going to make this black so that we can see it, make it a black stroke, thicken it up a little bit as well. So you can see this. Whoops. And let's delete this one down here because I don't think we actually need it. So let me see if I can remember how to do this. We're going to duplicate this shape by holding Alt, dragging it across. Alt Shift, select both, object, what is it, blend, make. Oh, here we go. And then I think I select both, go object, blend, and then replace spine. Yeah. So now if I disable the reference, you can see we've got this wacky looking shape here. Go into our blend options, change it to be curved in the direction. Oh, it's not really doing it very much, is it? We could specify the distance though, if we make it like 50. No, that's not right. Let's do specified steps, and we're going to have 30. We're probably going to need a bit more than that. Probably be worth having some more different shapes as well, because they're all it's all a bit samey at the moment, isn't it? Isn't it? Don't do that. So at the moment I'm just going through trying to sort out the spacing, because there's a lot where it's very close together. save that colour. I'm experimenting here now because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, by the looks of things I can't do anything with this path, which is annoying. Whoops. Because... okay, better plan. Better plan. We're going to replace all of these with circles. Because circles are cool. Let's get a nice big one. Like that in there. Oops. Little up in here and then a middly one to fill the space there. So that gives us a bunch of different circles down the bottom. And what I want to do, first of all, is delete this and delete our little shape that we got here, except for this little leaf, because I like him. We're going to scale him up, make him a bit fatter as well, and we're going to duplicate him around the edge of these circles a whole bunch. Ugh, the UI keeps being annoying. I want that to be flat, please. There we go. Very tiny little circle, stick it on the bottom. Let's make sure he intersects the center of our leaf. And then what is it? Transform. Is it rotate? Yes. I think so. Oh no. Oh, what is it? I was watching a video about this earlier, but I can't for the life of me remember how to do it. Oh, I can't remember how to do it. Let's hop over to YouTube real quick, shall we? Look at my history. Where is he? Here we go. Duplicating objects around a circle. Turn off the sound here. Shibidog Studios, brought to you by Adobe. Let's see, what buttons does he press? Effect, distort and transform. Distort and transform, transform. There we go. And I believe we can continue to tweak this after the fact. So I'm going to say we want 50 copies, and we're going to do 180 divided by 50 to get us the angle through which we want each of these to turn. And that's given us all of these leaves. So now I want to move this to be, oopsie daisy, centered with the circle. There we go. And then double click into here, grab our leaf, and if we hold shift and move that up, whoops. Am I Why is it moving out the circles as well? Don't know why it's doing that. Where's the center of the circle? There it is. Whoa, what have I done here? What? Appearance panel? What? What is this witchcraft you speak of? Oh. Oh, look at that. Let's drop this in down here. We're gonna do 360 divided by 50 now instead to get us around the full circle. Yeah, that's cool. I wonder why it's moving out the circles as well. I mean, it looks kind of cool. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I kind of like the look with the circles coming out as well. It's interesting. Just move that in a bit more. What would be good is if we could create some variation on this. It's spiky indeed. It's going to look interesting with our reference in there, that's for sure. So we'll actually just copy and paste this. I'm gonna keep going with it. Let's intersect with the center of this circle. Oh, rotating it kind of curves the leaves a bit as well. Oh, this is cool. And this is why we love experimentation. You know what, I'm gonna copy paste it and give it a rotate as well. Scale it down a bit just to slip it in some little gaps. If that even works. I want to take you I'll rotate it, it messes with the circle. So I'll tell you what, can I apply the transform on here? Apply transform on that one. Let's have more copies. Whoops. We got all of these different spiky circles coming out. Let's give him a few more. Let's make him like 65, and we'll do 360 divided by 65. This isn't what I was going for, but it's kind of cool, so I'm not even mad. circle. This one might need less actually, because he's going to be a bit too spiky, isn't he? A little bit of a spiky boy. Let's give him 20. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Really what I want to do now is, let's see how this turns out, shall we? I want to know how to apply that transform. Look, not like that.
I thought you might be home, I wasn't sure.
I want to know how to like bake it in, as it were. If I... Now here's a question. If I do that, is it gonna... Yeah, no, don't want to do that. So what I want to do is copy it, make it a bit lighter, or make it a gradient, going with this dark colour being the inside, oops, no, being this green, light colour being like a, stop being silly, a lighter shade of this green. Proper subtle brightening. Other way around though would be ideal, and maybe not on that one, maybe just on these leaves. You gradient please. Linear. And no, do a gradient please. Oh, you pain in the anus. Shit, why you gotta be so difficult? Stop! Okay, this one please. No, not that one. This one. Let's make you... Can I use HSB please? Gonna need to zoom in more here. I want this. Can I change which direction the gradient goes in? Add a point up the top. Have this one be... Why has it made it white? I selected dark green. Ah. Okay, I know what I'm going to need to do. I need to grab this. Grab this. No, stop. Oh, the pain. The frustration. Oh, it's moved the dot down here. Right, let's grab you. Grab this color. Let's not do that. You should not be a gradient. You gonna give me the color? No? Come on. Come on. You shouldn't be a gradient. You should be... Oh, it's because it's grouped, isn't it? Whoa, what's happened here? You know what, let's just... Gradient. This type of gradient. Preferably not like that. Oh, I give up. I give up. We're going to do it by hand. We're going to do it by eye. It's going to be like something like that. Okay, here we go. Copy. Okay. Go to this. Make sure we got it selected. We're going to edit the gradient. Select this darker circle. And then paste that in. Okay. And then back out we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's just a shame that that circle's done what it's done. Stop stretching. I want to rotate you, please. How does that kind of thing look to everybody? I'm actually going to go in here and I'm gonna delete the dot. Deleted all of the... No, it's just made them centered. So there's a question. If I... So this is a transform. If I change the... Yes. There we go. Stop. Oh, honestly, Illustrator is frustrating when you don't know how to use it and when the UI is bugging out. There's also not a fat lot I can do about the transform here unless I do that kind of thing. Makes makes it tricky to get the let's do one more. Same place, rotate it in that direction. We're gonna do 45 copies. 360 over 45, like so. Move that down a tad. Now we've got these weird bush type things, which I wonder if there's an easy way to turn that whole object into one so that I can just duplicate it through for the sakes of simplicity here, because that would be so nice. If I scale this group now, no. Bush, not bish, bush. No. I wonder, is it in here? How to apply this transform effect?
Grab the ellipse tool and create another circle. Watch what happens. We can create multiple objects within the same transformation that are duplicated around the circle. Now be careful in the other objects off. Everything's sort of moving and shifting. All sort. I want to make sure that these are exactly aligned in the center of and around that. So cool.
That's probably my problem.
I don't know. Method. Right now we have an effect, so I can't click on any of these because they're really just these like preview things that are showing up. So what I need to do is grab this group, go up to Object, Expand Appearance.
That's it. Expand Appearance. So let's do that with all of these. If I cancel, if I undo, is that not a symbol anymore? Good. Object, expand appearance. Beautiful. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. We're getting into it now. We're getting into it now. Do the same thing here. Expand appearance, and now I think I can actually delete all of these dots, but I might keep them because they're kind of cool. They're vibing. So let's enable our background again, our reference image. We're going to group all of this. And we're going to use it to make some different shapes. So I'm going to send this one to back, shrink it down a bit, so we can just fill in this little hole here. And we're going to have a real big one. Take up all this big space, which I'm going to do a send backward. Where is it? Send backward. So it's behind that smaller one down there. And then we'll do one more for good measure. I mean, this is going to need some work now that I know how to do it properly. I'll probably need to redo a lot of this. But that's that now. And what we can do is look at my geezers hanging in here now with the big ass bushes behind them. So yeah, this this big thing, I'm gonna need to split it down into probably smaller ones. Instead of having this as one big one, I should scale it back, have it as a few different different graphics, and then in Photoshop I'll do some cleanup. So let's do one last thing. I'm just going to use the rectangle tool on a new layer now, and I'm going to block out these platforms. Won't do any of the texture. Whoops. As of yet, I'm literally just going to have it mapped out. And we'll do the curves for up here as well. Come down. There's a nice curve in there. Whoops. Grab that in there. Nice curve. Same thing over here. Make sure we're doing straight lines along here, keeping everything flat as well. Oh. Oh. Honestly, I dislike Adobe software sometimes. It's just a bit naff in a few places. Like, it's good, but it's really memory leaky and quite slow in a lot of places as well. Do that one like that, and then bring it straight down to here. And I'll do that one as a separate shape, I think. Whoop, stop. There we go. See what I mean? Make sure we get a nice curve going in there. Just come up around the edges and finish this shape off. So this is where we've ended up now. This is it's interesting to say the least. I'm actually, just for the sake of things looking neat, I'm going to just do one last new layer and cover up these sections. Where the plants are sticking out. Cool. So, you know, as you can see, there's plenty of work needs doing still. But let's not do that. This is where we're at, and like I say, in terms of visual stop, go on, grab it, there we go. In terms of visual style for the roguelike, we'll be going with a kind of cartoony thing. What does everyone think of the work in progress? I mean, you know, I'm not even going to sit here and compare it to the original one that's underneath it and be like, yeah, this looks great, because it doesn't. Doesn't at the moment. It needs pulling out into Photoshop, it needs shading, I need to sort out these plants and things, but yeah, this has certainly been an entertaining learning experience, and a fun learning curve as well, and it's good to be doing these things. Thank you, Flo. I'm glad you think so. It's entertaining. What other things do you think we should add as we're moving on to add a personal spin on it? Because obviously, you know, Morris himself has done a fantastic job of the actual environment, and like I say, I'm going to need to, on these outlines, we'll have to add in some shading and stuff, but personality wise to any of the characters, should we add in anything extra? Add in some extra. Oh, I need that exclamation mark actually. Yeah, let's do that. We've got time. Because nothing else is happening. And it's not quite 10 yet, and you know, 2-hour stream. It's managed to survive again for the whole time, which we all know I'm always surprised by. And you know what, I'm going to do these as rounded squares. And then another one. Let's do this. Scale this up to match. And then do the corners, where I'm going to do the bottom more than the top. Stop. Come on. That, and that. Curve those all the way in. We'll do the same on these top ones as well, actually. Get it nice and rounded. Did I forget to select the... No, I didn't. It's just being mean. Oh. Tell you what, let's add in some little kind of surprise lines as well. You know, like the little panic lines that you get on characters sometimes. Give these slightly rounded as well. Just going to kind of rotate these about as if they're rotating around a point. There we go. Let's just re-enable everything we got again. Cool. Alright guys, I think we're gonna call it a day there. What do we think? Did everybody enjoy this more creative style stream as well? Usually it's a lot more coding heavy, but we've gone much more into the realms of art and visuals with this one. So hopefully it was a bit more enjoyable, a little easier to watch compared to the usual programming heavy content. I shouldn't, but I want to. I want to just do that. I want to just do these ones at the top, just for the sake of, you know, completionism. Let's get some more in here. Keep you off to the side there. Paste in a really small one to go in the background here. Where's my arrange? Center back, there we go. Paste again. Stick another one out here like that. And another little one in the entrance. Do another couple. There we go. That works. That'll do for the time being. It's kind of weird, wacky. Wacky take on things. It's going to get too noisy with these dots around the places as well. Around the place, or at least the dots in amongst. I feel like maybe if I just left them hanging around the edges, it might be okay, but it needs to be a coherent line, and I'll need to paint in some depth and some shadow, and I'll probably turn something into a brush so I can do that more effectively. Whack some texture around the bricks. These things need outlines on them as well. Oh, I need to stop changing things. I need to stop changing things. What is the outline color for the guide man's head? Whoops. Not that one. This one. Let's just nab that real quick. And stick that on here, and tell you what, first of all, let's join these two. Join those two, and on both of these we'll add that as an outline at 11 points. Can I see it in a bigger picture? Tell you what, let's just export it for now so I can look at it 2x scale. And we're going to call it Morris. For the sake of Mr. Morris. I have no idea where I've just saved that. Oh, it did it for me. Beautiful. There we go. That's the progress we made today, guys. Oh, look, there I am. Let's get rid of OBS there. There we go. 10 out of 10. Alright guys, we're coming up to the close now, so we'll do the closing. Thank you very much for watching this stream. Everyone who hanged out until the very last minute, thank you very much for sticking here the whole time and watching me create this sort of atrocious work in progress art. Hopefully it's gonna get somewhere better as we move through the rest of the week and finish this off. It'll be posted on Instagram on Friday. If you're not following on Instagram already, you can find us on Instagram at Shiba Dog Studios with dots in there, shiba.dog.studios. If you're watching on Twitch, not YouTube, be sure to go subscribe to us on YouTube, Shiba Dog Studios on there, where we upload weekly devlogs and also do these weekly live streams. Although that might potentially be stopping and just becoming exclusively Twitch now. But given the fact that the live stream has gone well today and the Wi-Fi hasn't cut out, I might just keep doing as is. I want to say a big thank you as well to everyone who subscribed in the past month. We've hit 100 subscribers, which is awesome. I didn't think we'd hit 100 so quickly. Just doing these little silly live streams and mess about devlogs for this game we're working on. So yeah, thank you very much for that. It's pretty awesome that it's gotten there already. Yeah, I think that's everything. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I will see you on Saturday, or for anyone who waits till live streams, see you on Tuesday. Cheers, guys.